we just finished up Trail 47 in American Fork Canyon, and it's got some pretty nasty technical sections. They're small, they're short, they're more like obstacles rather than sections. But the first initial approach from the trailhead, you cross the road and then veer to the left. There, it looks like the trail goes right or straight. You don't want to go straight. You want to turn left, and then it'll switch back and you'll start to climb up the mountain. But once you get not even about 0.7 miles up the trail, you're going to come across a root ledge that's probably 1.5 to 2 feet high, at least. And it's been eroded and dug out. And our initial approach, we try to just wheelie up and power over it. The front tire got up just fine. But then the back tire, just because it's so light and those roots are so slick, there's just nothing for that tire to grab onto, just slid right off, right down into that deep rut, that deep hole leading up to the root ledge. And so it took both of us to power, trying different approaches. Finally, we decided to take it at an angle where it's you got a couple of roots that act like steps, and we piled some rocks up at the bottom, and we were able to just kind of walk it up using the clutch, throttle control, and just kind of pushing it up there. And then once we got it up over once we got both of our bikes over that, I was spent.
It was pretty, yeah.
A lot of calories were spent just getting it up that little ledge. So be aware of that. I think even going down, we're going to go down it later. It's probably still going to be kind of hairy because it's pretty steep, but then you've got a huge boulder just not even 3 or 4 feet from that ledge that you've got to maneuver around.
Yeah, if you were an expert rider, you could probably use that boulder to your advantage and use it as a jump, and probably just jump right up on top of it. But I'm not an expert, not a jumper either.
No way. And the other thing too is the drop off down to the right side. It's pretty high. And
big tree. You got that big tree. There's a tree right next to it too. So
yeah, you got some trees there to brace your fall so you don't go all the way down the mountain. But so don't ride this trail alone, because if you do, if you're not an expert, you're probably not going to be able to get your bike up and over that root system. You're going to have to turn around and go back. But once you get past that, about another 0.4 of a mile, you'll hit the really sharp switchbacks. And I didn't have a problem on the first one. I handled that one okay. But the second one is really rocky, really sharp, and really steep. And instead of taking it wide like I should have, I took it sharp. I tried to take the inside corner and lost my balance and went to put my foot down. Nothing was there to brace my fall. I fell over, banged my knee, and it hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, those are rough, because then they fall over and the bike falls over on you. And if you're by yourself, those are the really crappy situations where you might get stuck there for a few minutes trying to gain your composure and then try to get the bike off you before it dumps all the fuel on you.
Yeah, exactly. I dumped quite a bit of fuel and let out some emotion. I feel pretty good now.
Yeah, I got it all on film too.
Yeah, I got it all on film. I'm deciding whether or not I want to keep it on there for you guys. That hurt when I hit my knee, man. That hurt.
I've done that.
I'm not a cursing man, so I just yelled. So.
Well, but those switchbacks have enough room if you can, when you see them coming, take the wide angle and get a more straight angle at it, and it's not so bad. That's what I was able to do, and they're just a normal switchback from there. But if you try to take it at a real tight turn, there was a lot of rocks and it was rutted out and stuff. So it was tough to keep traction and stuff.
Yeah, so lesson learned, take it wide. The other lesson learned from this trail, and we know this just from our hours and hours of riding, is just don't ride alone. No. You may think you're good enough, but you may fall asleep. You may get comfortable and get hurt, and then you're out there on your own.
I don't have self-service up here either. So I mean, if you're lucky, we're here on a Monday, and we just had we had 2 people ride past us. You may not get anybody to ride past you all day. I mean, we're up here, and you may not see anybody until your loved ones decide to send out the search crew.
Yeah. So just use common sense. Don't ride by yourself. So overall, our impression, just because of the 2 switchbacks and that really high root ledge, the trail is difficult, teetering on the verge of very difficult, just because of those. But the rest of the trail is great. You get past those, and it's a nice trail.
Yeah, the rest of the trail really isn't anything special. It's pretty easy, honestly, except for the one big ledge that would deter a lot of people.
Yeah, and we'll post pictures of it on the web map. just click on the blue dot there and you'll be able to see that ledge, and then also watch the videos too, and you'll get to see exactly what it looks like. Anyway, that's Trail 47. We think it's difficult, and if you want to test your skills, come out and try it out.